Good afternoon. This is the Capstone assignment for CEM 480. I am Daniel Mena. Along with me today for this presentation, I have Carolina Seidel, I have Erica Goff, and Sheldon Sakai. Eddie Gutierrez is not going to be with us this afternoon. We're going to talk a little bit first about our project and the location. We chose our project to be in Las Vegas, Nevada. We chose downtown because we want to contribute to the ongoing sustainable building projects that are already here. And a couple of examples of those: we have City Center, we have the Metro Police Department headquarters, we have the Carson Building, we have the Mulaski Corporate Center, we got the Smith Center, we have Zappos, we have New City Hall, Symphony Park, the Mob Museum, we have the Bonneville Transit Center as well. Also, just to inform you, we have, as of 2010, Nevada ranked number 2 for LEED certified commercial and institutional green buildings per capita. So we're trying to contribute to where we are locally. We're located at 605 to 625 South Casino Center Boulevard, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89101. It's right in the heart of downtown. We chose the location primarily because of the proximity to the Bonneville Transit Center, which also offers a full-service bike shop with rentals. The location also offers regional materials to be used in construction and is within walking distance to neighborhoods, condos, parks, and many businesses, making it a convenient location for an organic grocery store, which is what we are going to do at this site. As you can see on the map, we have the Bonneville Transit Center, which is located here. Our site is located this way. Just to the north of us, we have Bonneville. To the west of us, we have Casino Center Boulevard. To the south of us, we have Garces. And this other road that you can barely see is 3rd Street. Also, just to let you guys know, our lot size is 1.6 acres, which is 46,173 square feet. Our main building, I have Sheldon Sakai, who's going to get into that, and he's going to give you a little bit of a rundown of the specifics of our site. Sheldon?
All right, I'm Sheldon Sakai. I'll be talking about the building right now. As far as the building, as a group, we came up with a plan to create an organic store that included farmers market, community garden, and the grocery store, as well as other establishment stores that would be on the outside of the organic grocery store. Our grocery store will have small, like I said, small establishments on the exterior wall of the organic building. It'll also include others under the organic store will be our underground parking structure. Our building is 15,000 square feet. As far as our underground parking structure, we're going to be installing refueling stations for 3% of total vehicle parkings on site. Provide preferred parking for carpooling, incentives such as transit pass subsidies, and alternative transportation options, including secure bicycle racks and a changing station with showers. As far as our community garden goes, it's 15,000 square feet. Gives the locals the opportunity to have a space in the garden of their own to grow seasonal vegetables. We made this garden for people that live in condos and apartments that don't have yards. We situated the community garden on the south side of our lot to take advantage of sun, and because of the mild winters that we have in Vegas, we can take advantage of the sun year round. As far as our farmers market, it's 9,000 square feet. Available as an additional source for regional products, helps support the local economy, minimize the negative impacts transportation has on environmental reasons while reducing costs. We also include a park on our lot. Our park is about 6,000 square feet. This is basically for the farmers who will be using our garden, in case they had kids, they could bring their kids along, as well as if you're going grocery shopping, you can bring your kids here to have some fun, interact with other kids. This is our scorecard. According to our scorecard, we received 67 credits, which is good enough to be certified as gold. As far as sustainable sites, we earned points in site selection, development, density, and community connectivity, alternate transportation for bicycle storage. This is mainly because of our site location. We're located right across the Bonneville Transit Center. As far as water efficiency, we selected adapted and native plants on site that don't need much water, and we also have implemented a bioswale on location. I have Carolina here that is going to go into depth about energy and atmosphere.
Well, we have installed a PV system that provides with 13% of a total annual energy cost. That's gonna give us 7 points. And we also provide with innovation ideas. We are implementing a solar road right here. This is solar panels that can use the traffic path, but also they are providing energy. Then other innovation idea is our smart solar tree. That tree provides with outlets with USB ports, so the people can charge their iPhones, laptops, and devices of the kind. The innovation idea also provides with Wi-Fi and fresh cold water. And then pass to Erica.
So along with the credits, we have under materials and resources, we decided to, while construction is in process, divert a lot of the materials from the landfill and recycle them. We also decided to reuse materials such as concrete and use it as fly ash. Designated areas of the construction site will be used for collection of recycled materials, and the dirt that was excavated for the underground infrastructure for the parking area will be used for backfill on top of that for the roof, and then we will have the garden and the building on top of that. We also earned credits by reusing materials, and we salvaged materials, we used refurbished materials, and we used that in ways such as the beams and the floors and the ceilings, and also in the farmers market area, we used that for the trellises. Those are reused materials. We used recycled content from old barns for wood also. Regional materials, there were many places in the area that we used, such as the Nevada Ready Mix and SCI, the Star Nursery for our landscape, and Petterman Lumber, we got certified wood from there. We got credit for rapidly renewable materials. We used bamboo for flooring in the organic grocery store, and we also used bamboo as far as for uniforms for the employees, for paper throughout the building. And this is an example of the shirts we would use. This is a bamboo shirt. There's certified wood that we use, and that is included for dimensional flooring, framing, subflooring, wood doors, and that is from the Petterman Lumber Incorporated. Indoor environmental quality, Daniel's gonna take over and do the indoor environmental quality.
So for the indoor environmental quality, we have our outdoor air delivery monitoring, which is basically no smoking outside of the building. We have CO monitors that we're gonna install so that we can kind of be able to track any type of carbon monoxide. We're gonna have increased ventilation. Our construction IAQ management plan during construction, that's going to be sealing off the duct system to prevent construction dust getting in or any particles or anything that's going to get into the duct plan of it. And we want to eliminate that. Also, our IAQ management plan before occupancy basically requires a flush out of the building. So after we're done with the construction and right before we actually present it to the client or after we present it to be occupied, we're going to completely flush that whole system out and make sure that everything is completely clean and the quality of the interior air is acceptable and to the standards. Low emitting materials, adhesives, and sealants on here as well as included our paints as well. We chose Olympic Premium and Benjamin Moore paint, which is painted as green. Our indoor chemical and pollutant source control as well. And the controllability of systems, our lighting and our thermal, of course, we're going to use natural lighting solutions. We're going to use solar tubes. Here you can see a couple of solar tubes and how they work to give us natural lighting and to improve employee productivity. We are also going to use these light shelves. Basically on this diagram, you can see the light shelves in the winter sun. It basically just feeds into the building. We have these shelves that it basically just goes off of, and in the summer months, these light shelves, what happens is the sun reflects off of the shelf, bounces onto the ceiling, and then from the ceiling it lights up the interior of our office or whatever it is that we have going on inside of the building. Our other considerations is we're also going to have a brochure. We're going to display the retail building accessible to both employees and customers that provides the following. Information on carpooling programs. If the employees, when they want to commute back and forth from work, they can have carpooling programs. The preferred parking spaces for low-emitting vehicles and carpool spaces also, just to give that type of initiative for those people who are investing in that. Transit trip planning assistance and transit maps. We're located right across the street from the Bonneville Transit Center, so having those maps and those bus schedules and those routes is also something that we're striving for. Maps of bicycle routes and the location of secure bicycle parking lockers, showers throughout Las Vegas. Information on how to get involved in the community garden, because our community garden is exactly that, a community garden where you can go and plant your part of the garden. The farmer's market schedule, which is also going to be an ongoing theme and project throughout this organic grocery store. Here we have the estimates basically for the different major components and phases of our construction. We have the garage and the development base, which is 45,598 square feet. We have the site preparation that we took into account for, the excavation, footings and foundation, the slab on grade, the columns and beams, cast in place floors, cast in place roof, the walls, the roof seal, drains. And these are all the breakdown prices of everything, how much it costs per square foot to build it. We have also fire protection and fire suppression systems inside of the retail areas, inside of the parking garage, and all throughout. We have the ventilation that we're taking into account for because we have an underground parking structure that's gonna need to get ventilated because of the carbon monoxide that cars produce. We have our electrical service, our lighting and power, signage and marking, and any special equipment. And also we're gonna provide 2 hydraulic elevators to stay within code of handicap access from the sub-level parking structure up to our main deck. At a grand total of $6,324,950. For our retail structure, our estimates include a structural continuance, our flooring, our masonry walls, our roof structure, our fire blocking, roof insulation and covering, roof hatches, frame interior walls, which are the partition walls. We have the ceiling, the paint and finish exterior, paint and finish interior. We have our plumbing, our fire protection, our HVAC, windows and doors, electrical service, lighting and power, and alarms, which comes up to a grand total of $90.59 per square foot, for a grand total of $1,358,850. A breakdown of our garden, special finishes. We're gonna have a concrete roof seal because our deck is concrete, so we're gonna have to seal that. We're gonna have a sheet metal and soil pan and membrane for our garden to be able to grow. Our soil, which is gonna be a 12-inch deep bed, is $3.80. Our irrigation system, our misters, our drippers, and the deep irrigation systems such as sprinklers for the park and stuff like that is gonna be $10.20 for a grand total of $28.70 per square foot, which is a grand total of $430,500. And that basically concludes our presentation. This is our organic grocery store, and I'll give it over to Erica.
So our basic overall concept was to just create connectivity in the community. So in Las Vegas, we already have a lot of green buildings, and we just wanted to involve people within the downtown area. So people who work in that area can get off of work, go grocery shopping, get on the bus, go home. If they have a bike, they can park in the underground infrastructure. They have changing stations. People living in the area can go to the garden, and just overall community is what we were striving for. Thank you.